Is it on? Is it on? It's on. It's on! Hello, welcome to Off the Shelf, the voice of Transformers Collectors Club Australia. This is episode 65. We are recording live. We're recording alive. We are alive. It is June 17th, 2016. It's a little bit late on a Friday night. You never know what's going to happen. I am Jason Murray, as usual. I am joined by Brad and John. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
That was good. Well, I'm glad we've taken advantage. I'm glad we've taken advantage of the energy at the start of the podcast. It's going very well. It's going very well so far. Brad, how are you doing?
Very good, Jason. It's been an interesting week. Another long week.
Certainly turning into an interesting podcast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yep.
So what have you
got
energy? What have you been up to? You've got energy.
John's
got the moves. He just doesn't like to use them. Brad, what's been happening with you this week?
Work's been a pain in the butt. I've continued my quest through some of the podcasts that were nominated in the podcast awards. I found a couple that were really interesting. I was going to start the show with, this show is not sponsored by food that comes in a box, shit that comes in a box, Patreon that comes in a box, and all the other things that come in a box that everyone seems to be sponsored by. But yeah, there's some bad ones out there, and they get paid with Patreon. I don't know why. I don't understand it. But anyway,
before you keep going, I'm just going to suggest you take the camera off my screen share.
I don't know how to. I've clicked on one. Okay. Okay.
Click off that one.
I'm not clicked on any. Oh.
Okay. Change it so that I'm not presenting to everyone.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Cool.
So anyway, that's the podcast hate for the week out there. We're ramping up towards the
jealousy is a curse, my friend.
Jealousy?
Jealousy is a curse.
This one, it was 45 minutes before you actually heard anything after the podcast started.
No, you did not shit talk other podcasts on the podcast. I'm not naming it.
No, and it wasn't one from the awards. It wasn't one from the awards.
Podcasts. No one cares. No one gives a shit what you think of other podcasts. They just want to listen to ours. Let's just do it, shall we?
Okay. All right. We are heading towards the 2016-17 membership year. We are working on membership cards for members this year, and a lot of other little goodies. So look forward to that. In the next couple of weeks, we'll start revealing some stuff. But
Brad's Vistaprint account is taking a pounding.
Apart from that, I'm poor. I'm not getting enough work, and I'm not buying figures. So my collecting stopped. I'm back into curator mode.
Yeah.
John? Curator,
yeah.
Yes, very nice.
I'm about the same. I'm having a bit of a break. I've downgraded my collection, trying to go back to just Masterpiece and selling off, the other figures to pay some bills and stuff, and slowly slowing down on the buying, unfortunately.
Oop, they are too.
Someone's home.
He's not slowing down on the housemates though. So it is the eve of Supernova. We should just go. We'll go through the boilerplate. This is the podcast for Transformers Collectors Club Australia. We will be talking about a lot of Transformers. If you happen to have tuned into us and don't know what the podcast is about, the TCCA website is transformerscca.com. You will find links to our Facebook discussion group, the sales group, the YouTube channel, the Twitter page that no one uses, and of course this podcast, which we all use and we all love, don't we? All together now. Yes, there we go. So yes, it is the eve of Supernova. I will be manning the Supernova table tomorrow, along with the New South Wales State Rep Michael, friend of the show, has guested on the podcast, and Jonathan will also be along with us. I think he's going to be there for most of the day as well, so should allow us to go out and do a few strategic strikes against the retailers. By strikes against the retailers, I mean purchasing all of their stock, pretty much.
Strikes against your wallet, more like.
That's right. My wallet needs some therapy, basically.
Me spend mini dollar.
No,
Against that
touching the
audience.
10-foot pole, yes.
Uh,
Got to be careful, John. You're gonna alienate all our listeners.
my bad. John's sorry.
We would you like a shovel?
It might help.
Dig up, damn it. Okay, so we are a registered bona fide club. We have a number of members. Brad, we like to go through the member count on the podcast at the start of the week. Give us some numbers, will you please?
For this week pre-Nova, we are sitting at 1,773, which is up 9 from last week. So hopefully with Nova this weekend, that number will grow significantly. With Sydney Nova being as big as it is, let's hope for 1,800. There might even be a giveaway.
It is the biggest event, isn't it, out of all the supernovas?
Yes, it is. Yep, it is definitely the biggest one we've ever attended. So
awesome.
And also the most annoying for a number of reasons we're not going to go into here.
Exactly.
So, the TCCA store is open. We've got some imported new and old Masterpiece figures, and they are up for sale on the Buy Sell Trade group. You'll find the link to that group in the show notes or on transformerscca.com. Prices do include shipping Australia-wide, which is a nice little differentiation point, and some of the stock, there's some pretty limited numbers, so jump in quick. We've got some things like MP25 Loud Pedal, DX9's Carry, Takara's Lynx Master, their version of Skyrain, and we've got some Iron Factory figures in there as well. Which I quite like the Iron Factory. Figures. I don't own any of them, but I like the look of them, so I might be looking to acquire some. So yeah. Since the podcast is a year old, it's time to look back very briefly on what happened this time last year. And the answer is this time last year, it was organised chaos, as Brad and Bill and myself were in the same room, and we recorded possibly the worst podcast that we've ever done. You couldn't hear anyone. People were
11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock at night. It was a late night record, and
man.
Yeah, the less said about it, the better. Also, on the eve of Supernova last week, Hasbro Devastator went on sale at Big W for the discounted price of $200. Now, this turned out to be quite controversial because when he hit other retailers, he was $299. So Big W had him first and had him cheaper. The same thing that has happened with Fort Max. Maya had him first at $370, and Big W now has him at $250. There's quite a lot of price variation going on with some of these big Transformers. We also saw the first prototype images. While we are talking about Devastator, we saw the first prototype images of of Gravity Builder. One of the third-party Devastators. We suffered an onslaught of masterpiece-scaled third-party hounds. Actually, we say an onslaught. There was two of them. One of them is out. Make Toys Gundog is out. He's in my collection. People are still waiting for Fans Toys to release Willy, so it's been a good year.
And me.
Yep.
And we also got our first look at Transformers Devastation, the Xbox and PlayStation, and I think it was on PC as well, game set in the G1 universe, which turned out to be pretty fun to play, but pretty short. But still something that I think we would probably appreciate seeing more of, I think.
A second one would be good if they added, more characters to it, but it didn't have much replay value.
Return to Cybertron, maybe?
Yeah, I'd definitely like another one.
Yeah, I haven't played it personally. Just watching the full walkthrough videos on YouTube and that, but it's not really. Just watching the first 5 minutes, sort of okay. It's the same crappy story as G1, so I wasn't going out and buying it for $60. That's for sure.
Because you buy video games for their story.
It had a good story, but I mean it wasn't too in depth, which was sort of good. Like it was a nice, fun game that you could just pick up and play. But like I said, just once you'd finished it, that was it. It was over. So a second one with more characters would be fun, but
I heard it did end rather quickly too. There was not really an ending. It just sort of stopped.
Yeah, because I think they left it open for. I think they left it open for a second game, or I've heard talk that it ties into the IDW comics, which I wouldn't know about because I don't read the IDW. Okay, well, there you go.
Well,
You've heard it first from Jason.
They moved on to the TMNT game. Maybe it ties in with that.
I'm not sure. Maybe they just left it open for a second game because there's definitely money to be made there if they do.
If they get given enough money in the future to do it.
I'm sure they will.
Fair enough. Brad, if you would kindly turn the presentation over to my my little presentation manager, then we can move on with favourite posts of the week, which you and I have some. I don't know if John does, but let's have a look at some of our favourite posts of the week. There we go.
Shirt week. This has been growing for the last couple of weeks.
There are two themes of the group this week. One is, oh my god, I got Fortress Maximus. Two is, oh my god, I got a $10 T-shirt from Kmart.
With a G1 Soundwave on it.
You cannot beat that G1 Soundwave. Do you know what I think my favourite version of this this artwork that I've seen recently was?
This Soundwave?
There was a fantastic art version of it that Justin Masseru posted on the group that he'd created, which looks amazing. It is fantastic the artwork for Soundwave for G1. It's great. There's little bits of technology everywhere. There's the obvious cassette deck, and there's still the sort of the rebellious hand being held out to the camera. I like it.
Yeah, it started a couple of weeks ago. We got it. I wouldn't call it the G1 Soundwave. I call it the G1 Soundwave box art. It's sort of like that Takara look. But yeah, Kmart have been stocking the shirts in there for $10 each, and over the last 2 weeks, members have been finding them, and there's been quite a few now that are amassing a Soundwave shirt army within the group.
Yeah, so I'm always pretty careful. Whenever Kmart does have a T-shirt that's Transformers related in any way, I'll go out and buy it because it does tell them there is a demand for this stuff, and so you get more Transformers gear from Kmart. Time's gone by. I think JJ's held the Transformers license at one point with their gear, and no more at the moment. But it went to T-Bar briefly, and so now it's landed back at Kmart. Which, if Kmart's going to do T-shirts for $10, I will keep buying them.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the Autobot symbol a little while ago.
We did.
It was all faded and sort of rusted out, and I got one of them. But
there has also been a thicker line art version of it as well in red and white. So.
Yeah.
So moving on, my favourite post of the week. I'm just going to close the off the shelf.
Get rid of that.
My favourite post of the week comes from oftentimes off-the-shelf guest Max Tibby, who posted a question to get people to post the rarest items in their collection. Now he posted the one piece out of this that infuriated me, which is BotCon Physitron, which there's a figure I'm after, which I was pretty happy with to see some of the responses here. I couldn't quite.
Oh wow. Long neck. Oh, long rack, I should say.
I was going to say that was a very sudden intake of air there.
Yeah. Pleasant surprise I got that.
You just saw a long rack and got excited.
I just saw a transforming giraffe.
That's pretty rare. So, some of my favourites besides Physitron, Jason Campy has the Micromad Cassette Man. Actually, something that I've been keeping my eye out for. I do have an eBay alert for Cassette Mans. At some point, I'd be interested in getting that.
I like that other guy he's got right there. Like
the purple Scorponok.
Yeah, it's a Pretender or something in the replies, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
A G1 Pretender or something, I think.
Double Punch, Elite Action Master.
Action Master sounds nice. Yeah, I like it.
Which is a nice way of saying something that doesn't transform is Action Master.
Wow, yeah, we're going real obscure now.
Cool.
So there was a custom Quintesson statue.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that.
Cool.
So like I really liked this because it really brought out some of the more obscure things in people's collections instead of just going, I've got Optimus Prime. So there's these sneakers. The shoes are pretty amazing.
I didn't know they had Bumblebee and Soundwave. Yeah, that's That's mind blown. Like,
Yeah.
That's just gone to the left field product marketing of Transformers.
I quite appreciated the Shattered Glass collection here as well.
yeah, I want that Prime so bad. It's a lovely Prime.
It is quite a nice one. There's a few. Looking at them in hindsight,
KO, but it's got none of the cool drawings on it.
Yeah.
I like the smashed windscreen.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The Autobot symbol's pretty decent too. I've got a excuse me. I've got a Shattered Glass Drift winging its way to me at the moment, and I really want that Cyclonus over on the left. That's amazing.
Yeah, I really like the colour on that. That red, that red and orange looks really good.
Just a side note, that Prime, he doesn't seem to have the normal gun on it, because the normal gun has like this big purple bit, and it's actually got like etches on there of how many Decepticons he's killed and stuff, like a little, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of thing.
Some sort of square chrome blaster bollocks. But
yeah,
well, that is the standard gun that does come with the Generations Prime, but usually people have him hold the top of the truck mode as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it comes with 2 weapons.
Okay, cool. My bad.
But there's a few others. I'm quite a fan of Robot Masters. I've only got Robot Masters Prime, Starscream, and Thundercracker and Skywalker. I was quite happy to see the Robot Masters Leo Convoy and a metallic version of that. Like, Robot Masters are pretty rare. It was pretty decent.
So what's the deal with them? They're still full Transformers. It's just a line.
Yep, it's just a line. Yeah.
Leadfoot's a good one. It's been the Asia only overseas.
Yeah, I've seen a few mentions of him. Yeah. Sunstorm.
Micro cassette robot in the.
That was my entry, the micro cassette robot.
Cool.
Oddly enough, when I purchased him, I got 2 of them.
Oh wow!
So that's like that's a Diaclone, is it, or it's not even a Diaclone? It's like before that.
It's actually a knockoff of the original versions, because the original versions didn't have English on their boxes. So this is what we call a Shantai. They're knockoffs of the originals, but they're still, because they are like some of the original knockoffs. Like, they're knockoffs of things that before they even became Transformers. So they've entered the collector's market as a part of the Transformers series, because they were around at the time.
You still can't find them anymore.
Yeah. So I also threw in my my oversized KO Prime wheeljack. Simon Chambers with his Transformers Design Center. That thing's amazing.
I was going to say, if that wasn't any, that definitely should be part of it.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty impressive. It looks like one of those things that's designed to copy artwork from one thing to another. In the shape of Soundwave, because why not? And so the other one is the
iPod dock.
The Exile Perfect Year. I think Exile's a band, aren't they? Or they were. I'm not sure. But the Optimus Prime with the iPod dock as the trailer. It's an idea that seems to have gone away over the years, but it still makes.
I'm pretty sure there was a white one. There was a white version. There was a white version as well. I remember trying to find it when I got me. Yeah, when I was using it for a nightlight.
Final honorary mention goes to Dallas Roderick, who had the custom class Minerva from BotCon 2011, because he went there and got it himself.
Wow!
So
there's a memory.
It's a customized version of animated RC, which in itself is a pretty rare figure. So double rarity points. He's also got the BotCon Auto Trooper in front of him there, and I believe that's also a BotCon Physitron that I can see in the background as well. God damn it, everyone! And I can also see the BotCon Motor Master from the Stunticon job set in the background there too. So that was my post of the week. I was pretty happy with that. Shall we move on to some news? Yes.
Yes.
No? Yep. Do we have enthusiasm for the news?
Let's do this news. Let's get into it.
And now the news. So, first, starting. This is going to be important. We're starting with Hasbro. Even though the order of the news for this week was that Takara's Computron pictures came out, and then Hasbro was sort of like, yeah, me too. We're going to also release some pictures of Computron. Let's go for this picture here that actually shows the full Computron. Which I got to say, I like the feet finally on these guys. Like Hasbro's finally got the memo that people like big chunky feet, and I think these are the ones with ankle tilts as well.
Even the hands look good too.
Yeah, they do. Although I'm not sure that they actually open. I think they just look good.
Oh no!
But at least they're
yeah.
At least they're finally hands, not a weapon accessory.
I didn't mind that. And these don't open, there's no hinge. Oh yuck!
Can I also just point out that I think it's funny that I'm not sure that these are actually official shots, but given the way the head molds on these guys work, notice the antennas are already bent.
Yeah. Yeah. He's already suffering from the Superion antenna bend. Yeah. I do not like the color on this at all.
He's very pink.
Look, I don't think this photo's been taken with proper white balance.
No.
It looks unnatural.
Yeah, even that gun and the chest should be a darker colour. That I don't know why it's coming up pink.
Because
even
it's been taken with proper white balance.
Yeah, even Lightspeed's legs are looking pinkish. So
that yellow looks wrong.
So is this the first set? Are there actually 7 parts to this combiner, or has someone got a target master?
That's Cosmos.
Cosmos has a target master, yeah.
Yeah, so Cosmos has a target master with him. Okay, fair enough.
I love them individually, and I'll get them individually, but this will never combine to get the Skylinks one.
See that picture there? If you go back, you can see him attached on the shoulder. Back again. There. Yeah, see, it's attached to Cosmos, like a little plane.
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Just putting his hand in as a shield. It's not hard.
Okay. When is Computron coming out? We don't actually necessarily know. It can't be far off, but
it can't be. No.
How many combiner gift sets are we going to get this year? It's like someone at Hasbro has looked at what Takara's been doing for the last year and just going, that's it. That's what we need to do. Release these things all as one giant set at once.
Yeah, well, we've got the G1 sets coming out here now. The G2 sets coming out, which is Superion and Menasor. We haven't seen Defensor.
Is there a G2 Defensor?
I don't think there is, but there was word that they were going to do it anyway, even though there's no pre-existence of it, just to sell the figures again. But we've already seen. Well, we got in hand of Bruticus, and Bruticus is not ready to come out, so that would tell me no, there won't be a Defensor. Otherwise, we should have seen something.
I think so. On that note, look at that. Look at that gorgeous combiner.
Oh no.
No, what do you mean? Oh no, this is.
I mean, I know, but yes.
Shockwave's about the best part.
Look, Shockwave's colours are pretty out there as well. I don't. Is that actually a G2 colour scheme for Shockwave, or is it just they've just gone a little bit crazy and someone's taken the designs home and let their 3-year-old play with Microsoft Paint? Really, I think it's what's going on.
I don't think there was a G2 Shockwave because it wasn't owned by Hasbro. It was that other. Someone else had the name.
Shock Blast, Quake Blast.
Yeah. Perfect example of Scramble City at its best. They've made his legs his arms and his arms his legs. He's definitely monkey mode.
I was wondering.
It's true, actually. Those vehicles do look like they'd be better off as the legs, don't they?
Yeah. But no, he looks great. I'm still hunting for Vortex and Brawl to make my Hasbro Devastator, Bruticus. But I really hope this set gets out here over somewhere, Target or Kmart.
He is available online, but as you're saying, the suspicion is that he's coming soon, because we're seeing all these in-hand images of the set coming out now.
What's with his chest sticker? Like the Decepticon sticker isn't like it's just a blob. It's
Yeah,
not
I'll
there.
match it in the purple camo. Match it in the purple camo.
Yeah, because all the little ones stand out, but that one just seems to be.
No, I think it's just because he's facing away from the light. You can definitely see the
Okay,
Decepticon logo on it.
Yeah.
No, I know it's there, and I can see it. I just don't. Yeah, just like the little one on Brawl, for example, stands right out, and that just seems to not. I was like, oh, what's the deal?
Shockwave does because the orange chest doesn't. Isn't the G2 sticker different though? Aren't the G2 faction symbols different?
Not really for the Decepticons, I think.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the Autobot one is the most different one.
Yeah.
Although I don't really expect. I expect Takara to differentiate between the two. I don't really expect Hasbro to.
Yeah. They still need to sell it to audiences. Yeah.
It's true. I don't think people really buy based on the faction symbol. We also saw this was at the Tokyo Toy Show, I believe. The Soap Studio. We saw these statues announced a few weeks ago, and at the time I think we did bag them for the size of legs, and I think it's fair to say that none of the Soap Studio statues skipped leg day at the gym.
No.
They have quite an interesting stance. This guy is like, he's very much look what I made.
That's some self-promotion right there.
And then look at the giant picture of me on the wall as I sign things and adopt the same pose. So he's there we go.
If you go back up to the top image, there's a few figures behind him that we may not have seen yet. We've seen Prime and B.
So we were getting to some of those. Like you can see the back of Megatron. You can see a Seeker there. And you can also see they had a number of recolors of these statues there, and so like you can see there's a shiny red Optimus Prime. There's a flat red cartoon version. There's a rusty version of him behind him there as well. But I
thought that was Brawl.
Brawl.
Warpath, Warpath.
You know what? It doesn't matter. It's still not.
It's still not.
as you can see from this shot here, that's very much the rear shot of that shiny rusty Prime. So here's one. You can see in here. You can see that there's a Bumblebee with Spike, and then there's also, and I gotta say, I kind of like this one, and I don't know why. There's this awesome purple Optimus Prime. And in fact, look just next to him. You can see shiny gold and silver bumblebees as well. You know what? I started out this story by hating these statues, and now I kind of want one.
Yeah, so seeing the Seeker over there and Megatron and that, and thinking if they released more and you got a few of them, they would look really nice on a shelf standing there.
Would it be more down to the fact that the Megatron and the Seekers will probably look better than the Masterpiece ones and look better on your shelf?
Because that looked G1.
Yeah. So this one caused a little bit of consternation amongst the group before the show. This shot, we can see the G1 Tetrajet and the G1, the Cybertronian version of the Seeker Jets, the Tetras, and you can also see what we have surmised is Bumblebee.
I still call B, yes.
in his lovely round disc.
I can see why you wish it wasn't. Like, I don't really like it that much, but yeah.
I still see ID4 Attacker out of that, but
if that's what they are, and they're just like solid figures, like they're both horrible. Like I don't want the Tetrajet or
that's a 50-cent piece made out of soap.
I think it's pretty obvious from looking at the others that is exactly what they are. They're just these are statues.
And the statues are impressive, but the vehicles aren't. Well, not those two vehicles.
It should be a nice gold and yellow, and there should be a nice big Autobot symbol on the bonnet.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it's going to come out, Brad.
It's licensed.
Well, no, there'll be an Autobot symbol on it, I'm sure.
There should be.
All right, let's move on to some more Masterpiece news. There's been another.
Hello, baby.
Takara is just sort of bringing the Masterpiece reveals thick and fast this year. Masterpiece Cheetor, yet another well, yeah, I say yet another masterpiece Beast Wars figure. Yeah, so he's been revealed at Tokyo Toy Show, the masterpiece prototype. You can see a number of different face sculpts. You can see different faces for his animal mode there, and his weapon.
I think it's got a lot nicer engineering than what Primal does, and that I can get behind.
Would that be because of the old mode?
I think the engineering looks very similar to Primal actually, because it's like Primal. It's going to be a question of what the finished product's texture looks like. Because the unpainted version, like you can see joins and everything all over the place on this.
I mean, I'm not behind Beast Wars, but I won't get into that. But I think it looks a lot better than any Cheetor figure I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. This thing is a thing of beauty. What the paint's going to look on it, if you just go back one, you see his legs folded up on the back of his legs. I don't know about that. They have some issues with beasts becoming robots and back into beasts again. That there's no denying that.
I had issues with this 20 years ago.
Exactly. And even in the cartoons, the transformations never made sense. So they've got
now that you're older and wiser, it's more confusing.
Yeah, they've got a big hill to climb. But as far as this MPBW02, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing right now. I just want to see some colour on it.
Yeah, I'll be buying it. Unfortunately.
I'm interested in where you get the BW02 distinction from, but sure, whatever.
That's keep listeners happy.
It's a nice dream.
I don't want to see MP34 on this, but yeah.
Well, Primal's already MP33, isn't he?
I think the last time we had this discussion, I asked who gives a shit what the number is.
I know, but a lot of people do. So.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just find it strange that they did do the movie ones different, and it was part of the masterpiece line.
Yeah, but they weren't, because the movie figures were the leader class Hasbro figures from.
That's true, but they've still they
numbered them different.
Yeah, because they're not actually masterpieces.
These aren't either. They're in the generation. They match the generation or the figures.
Shots fired.
Hey, look. There's another Computron.
Oh, there you go. One's photographed better.
Yeah. You know what? This one actually does look better. Look at that face. That looks so much nicer.
It's green, breaking up the red. Even the chest detail,
green.
Just a detail. I see a lime green face. Lime green face.
Yeah.
No, I think you might need to get your monitor fixed.
It's green, but not lime green. But that's
it's gold.
Anyway, that detail on the chest, on the chest, is just amazing.
It's the same thing though. It's just painted.
Yeah, well, that's what the difference paint makes. I still hate seeing these things in gorilla mode, but anyway, I'll be looking at getting this.
Although he's got the tiny feet.
Yeah, he's got the tiny feet, and he's got the stupid hands.
You probably won't combine for me, so they aren't an issue. But
Brad Ostron Roll buys combiner bots, doesn't combine them.
Their individual modes are quite serviceable as well. Look at that, that's nice. I don't know about that wheel. I'm sure it can turn. The Hasbro one does.
I'm sure those wheels turn.
Is that blast off? Up one.
Why would it be blast off?
Oh no, I've just seen the chest piece. No, continue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So there we go. There's both the collage, and look, there's a little cameo from Titan's Return Master in the front as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Missing his cassette.
No, there's a cassette in there.
It's in there.
There's an iPod in there.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Yeah, so Takara also has a Computron. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it
and
looks
they have a Bruticus as well.
definitely the better looking one out of the two. You know.
Yep.
It's got better paint applications, but like I like the fact that Hasbro. I haven't seen Takara actually use the new feet or the new hands on a combiner yet. Have you?
No.
They probably won't because they don't like changing things up in a line. Like, you know, they don't make something
Oh,
half one way and then half the other way. They'll just stick with it.
Yeah, fair enough. Do we know when Unite Warriors Computron is coming out?
these be August. Oh, if it's been displayed now, Bruticus is July. So that'd be August, September.
We will find out in the coming weeks. This is one that I want to get to. This guy looks amazing. Look at that! Look at that!
That top
Masterpiece
photo.
Masterpiece loud pedal. That's the top photo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
that
at
is
that.
awesome.
Look at that. So people have gotten their hands on Masterpiece loud pedal because he was a Tokyo Toy Show exclusive figure. Still waiting for him to get to Australia, but I'm sure that's not going to take too much longer. Yeah, so he is of course the black repaint of Trax with a different head mold, which does look more like Trax's original G1 head mold, except he's been recolored. Loud pedal looks amazing. Really, can't wait to get him.
We discussed this last time. That head sculpt is shredder all the way, but
yeah, this is true.
They could have matted out the green between his head and his shoulder, so you can't see right through his backpack.
I'm sort of contemplating buying a few just to troop build, like, because he looks like a good generic sort of Decepticon with that face.
We still have 4 in the TCA store available. There's 4 pre-orders still available, so if you want another one, you've already got one. So
yeah, and I'm considering getting a second, honestly.
No, he's a very good looking bot.
He certainly looks good. We can't wait for him to come to Australia.
And I think it's just a matter of how much paint can affect a figure. Like seeing tracks in the same sort of poses. You saw right out it's G1 tracks, but just to see this,
yeah, that looks nice.
Yeah, like just that the black Corvette with the purple windows, just it looks so much better than the other two already. Before you even transform it.
Decepticon color anyway, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's sexy. It's nice. I love it.
It sort of makes Trax look a little down because Road Rage has the red windscreen. You know, Loud Pedal has the purple windscreen, but it's just got standard clear. Like it almost needed that little blue tint. You know, then that'll look really cool. I think.
It's kind of like with Trax being the first. It's like you guys don't know what's coming next. Now it's like, oh my god, this looks cool, and this looks cooler. And,
yeah.
What about me?
It isn't fair.
Yeah.
Have you had enough and you want your share?
You've had your repaints.
Let's move on. And actually, we're not moving on because we are actually looking at the box art for him. Because
muted black and silver.
Yeah, because he is an exclusive, he does not get a color box. He gets the Tiger Track style box with the.
Yeah, I don't like the exclusive box, eh? Like when it's silver like that.
It's alright. You don't have to put it in your collection.
I think it's different enough to look good on the shelf though, like just that muted silver.
Just that though. The back there where it's got that silhouette. That's why I hate it because it's like,
Point it forward, John. Point it forward.
Yeah, don't display your boxes facing backwards.
Yeah, I don't even display them.
All your bots.
Actually, you know what I find weirdly one of the more interesting parts of the Loud Pedal set is the fact that this is the first time they've actually done a Decepticon stand.
I know, and that's exciting.
And I like the clear plastic.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Clear purple.
Is it just the angle, or is the Decepticon logo off center?
I think it's off center.
I hope it's just the angle, but yeah. Let's move on now, John. We missed a story from you, the fans toys.
Oh yeah, my post of the week.
yeah, the Fans Toys X guys reveal. So they've got some new Dinobots. They're sort of repaints of their Dinobots they're using some translucent plastic in them.
Some, and also I noticed they're doing Stomp, which doesn't have clear plastic, but he's got a bit more silver painted on him and stuff like that. So I think it looks a lot nicer, and because I missed the first run, I was definitely excited to see this come out. Whereas the Swoop with the clear wings, definitely cool. Whether or not I can afford it, that's
Clear
another question.
wings.
Yeah.
Oh man, they really make it hard.
Yeah, see? That's it. Oh, and the red chest.
Sorry, I'm just trying to bring up the news story about it. This is obviously going to have to get edited out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, all this stuff does.
But yeah, honestly, real sexy looking, I think. Like,
Here we go. No?
yeah, I think.
No, it's from 2015. Unless I actually announced these before.
No, like I know FT07X is one, but I don't know which one Swoop was or saw.
Is that this guy?
LE1000.
Is he the new one, or is he?
Yeah, he's the new one because originally it was just FT07.
Right. Okay. Right. So you can bring the recording back in around here at some point, Brad. So yeah, Fans Toys. So yeah, Fans Toys FT07X. Sorry, we did miss this out in your selections for Post of the Week, John. Yeah, so they've been sort of doing some extra repaints of some of their existing figures, and some of them are getting some clear plastic, and some of them are getting some silver plastic, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, and this guy has a bit more silver on the back, and I don't have the first. I think you do, Brad. Is his feet gold on the first one?
His toes are gold, yes.
His toes are still gold. And what about his blaster? Is that still the same? With the
No, it's black. It's black with gold highlight. It reminds me a lot like a Power Rangers Tigerzord weapon. It's just
so
it's primarily black, but it's got gold accents on it, like a barrel ring and stuff. So
that picture that Jason just has up there, yeah, it seems those two major plates there on the back are what's being chromed.
Yeah.
Blue. Everything's blue.
No, it is actually reflecting.
There's definitely something wrong with your computer, eh?
My goodness, this transformer is pink with polka dots.
Polka dots, you say?
Damn you, Fans Toys, for making me buy every colour variant and I get it in a box and it hasn't changed.
Yeah, it's a bit funny like that, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway,
the crotch piece, I don't recall the white and red on his crotch. On his cod piece.
That's probably extra. But
yeah.
I haven't got the normal.
Do you know how much you pay for every centimetre of paint on this guy?
That gun looks identical in that photo there. That's the same as what comes with the current one.
Well, is TF source in US or Australian?
TF source is American.
Yeah.
Oh, man, $225 American.
He ain't gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
Are these guys limited editions as well?
300?
That I do not know. All I know is when I originally saw the post, it was Ahmed, I think, that just shared the picture, and he was like, "Damn you, Fans Toys! Why would you do this to me?" So he wasn't happy either. So
because he knows he won't be able to buy them in and resell them.
And probably because he knows he wants one.
It is time to move on. In the never-ending saga of who the hell is going to get a Masterpiece Jazz out first,
to retail first.
We have a new entrant. Here comes a new challenger. Now, Toyworld managed to publish some information in some Chinese publication this week about some of their upcoming figures. One of their upcoming figures is a Masterpiece-style Jazz, which they've amusingly named Blues because he's not Jazz.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
So we can see from the poster he's 18 centimeters tall. He's got quite a different body design to the masterpieces that we've seen at the moment. Some of the pictures you can see he has the doors as his sort of wings behind him, and some of them it looks like they've photoshopped them out. So we'll see.
And he's definitely packing some boots.
Unless they fold down. I love those feet. That's almost the inverse of what the MP Datsuns are.
I think the feet are actually sort of a nice touch based on the sort of what the G1 toy did with his feet.
Yeah, and we talked a few weeks ago. Someone posted all their G1 Autobots mainly with their feet together, just like the G1 originals.
Yeah.
And I reckon this matches that as well. Although you do a 180 on the hips, so the windows and the back of the car were facing forward. But I definitely like that where you got transform and roll out, all that stuff sort of compacted in, so he's just got the normal feet. You can't even see the wheels, but he's got the sound system on his rear spoiler again in car mode. It's
that I hate, to be honest. That's the only thing I hate about it. It's just
accessory.
Yeah, I hope they click off because it's a bit dorky looking.
Yeah, that one episode.
I think it's interesting to look at the full page of the magazine that this is from, and you can see a version of Springer above that we're not actually looking at. He's a 21 centimeter tall Springer.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
And below it, there's a Toyworld Prime. He's named Orion.
I'm pretty sure we've seen that Prime. Yeah.
And so he's 27 centimeters tall as well. But yeah,
cool.
so Jazz is obviously one that we haven't seen before. I'm not sure that we've seen their Springer before, but
we haven't. We have not seen that Springer.
We still haven't because it is cut off at the top of the.
I'm loving those alt modes.
We have seen this Jazz before, haven't we? Like ages ago.
I don't think we have.
That was transform roll out.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it had the speakers on the back as well, just like that. Yeah. Alright.
And the car was even more super deformed. The back wasn't touching the ground, and it just looked like a CG model.
No worries.
In fact, it may well have been.
Yeah, it was. So it's going to be whoever gets colour on it.
You can't trust these third parties with their.
No, so we have seen coloured versions of the Transform and Roll Out Jazz in the last couple of weeks, and there's another Jazz around as well. I can't remember the difference between all of these companies.
The other one's like a new one, like a new model Porsche, and I don't like it.
Yes, that's it. It's Transmission. Yes.
Transformation or something. Yeah. It's a new Carrera. Yeah, it's a new Carrera version. That's the one we're seeing colour on. The Transform and Roll Out one, it went up for pre-order as we stated last week for $90 a year ago, and nothing's been seen of it since. So
that's all right. If you were following Fans Toys, then your Willy went up for pre-order. That sounds weird. Willy went up for pre-order a year ago, and nothing's been seen since. So hey.
Yeah. Well, yep. So hopefully Toyworld, they'll get this out soon. I'm definitely liking that bot mode and that alt mode. So yeah, what price? It'll come down to price. And Springer. God, why has this Springer not been sent around the world already?
I believe he was in the same. He was in the same announcement when people showed this off, but whoever took the photo forgot to take a photo of the top of the page, so we don't really have much to go on him.
They only care about Jazz. God, Springer's there. Rightio.
All right, we've reached the section of the podcast where you guys get to talk about something that I don't give a shit about, and I get to drift off and wander off for a minute.
Movie news. Talk about some movie news.
It's really not that bad. Come on.
It is. No, it's all right. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I do think it's we're gonna go through these spoilers because someone
come on, the links.
Someone posted this stuff the other day. Yeah, someone posted this stuff the other day. Apparently, there's some Transformers artifact that has something to do with Merlin, and it could be Excalibur. because like we need Excalibur in Transformers.
I
lore.
don't think it's Excalibur. I don't think it is. That was King Arthur, not Merlin. Merlin was Word of Magic. So
Do you know what I was actually what I was super impressed with was when I saw the original report for this during the week. When I saw the original report for this during the week, someone said, "Oh, well, this is fantastic by doing Merlin and King Arthur and Excalibur. Transformers is finally bringing British mythology into the series."
my
Like,
god!
you guys don't know what mythology is. You poor Americans.
Yes.
But the best thing was that they'd done British mythology with a capital B and a capital M like it's a real thing.
I don't mind it myself. I mean, not the mythology part that you're talking about. But I like it. Like, you know, like even in the other movies, like when they did the Dark Side of the Moon and tied into stuff like, you know, who cares? Like King Arthur, you know, like in Merlin. But I like them tying it into it. If they go, this is the artifact from there. Like, it's just a cool way of, you know, putting it into our universe. Like,
Exactly. I appreciate them like looking at some sort of point in time and going, right, let's focus something there. We've had Chernobyl, we've had the Moon Mission, we've had the Hoover Dam. I don't think this is going to be as big as most people think. I only see this as like the escape from Cybertron, like we see in Dark of the Moon. I think Merlin will stumble out to Stonehenge and receive something or get something from something, and that'll be the prelude to the movie.
Why is there muffins on there?
Why not?
I'd say why is there a jackhammer on there, but I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, because that's way more important than why is he carrying muffins.
Yeah, we've seen these two customised army jeep or military jeep.
Just to take us back to the spoilers plot point. So what we've heard is that Optimus Prime's going to find Cybertron. That was not that hard. All he needed to do was look. He spent 4 movies on Earth. Now he just has to look, and he's found Cybertron. Apparently, he's going to find that Cybertron's a dead planet, like every single Transformers lore lately, and that Prime is responsible for it being dead. And so that's going to set him off.
Bumblebee
it said Prime.
I know, but Bumblebee is because the 6 of it was left in Earth orbit once he took out the ground bridge in Dark of the Moon. So
okay,
they're obviously leaving continuity behind.
So Bumblebee is going to be the Autobot leader on Earth in Prime's absence. Hopefully, he will have developed a voice, because otherwise I've got no idea how he's going to. I've got no idea how he's going to give orders. Otherwise, it's been 4 movies, guys. Give the character a voice.
If he touched the cube and didn't get fixed, I doubt they're gonna how are they gonna fix him when Prime's off? Everyone's dead. Like, this new dude just knows how to fix me. Yeah.
They should just have Stephen Hawking donate his voice box to Bumblebee for crying out loud. Hello.
No, the Wreck-Gar chick.
Transform and roll out.
Wreck-Gar's got a spare voice box in his dump truck.
But I'm keen on this mini Dinobots. You know, like
why?
Because why not? Like, you know, just roll with it, Jason. Like, you know, let it all hang out. Like,
I don't even know how to process
a movie. You know, like.
Do you know
how to process it though?
It's never going to be.
Dinobot sounds like to me. It sounds like all the little dragons from How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, oh my god, the Dinobots are back and they've brought babies with them.
It'll be like, you know, maybe like a little,
Scrapless.
maybe actual-sized dinosaurs, like a raptor or something, which to the normal Dinobots will be mini Dinobots. You know,
but they're still Dinobots. I really don't understand the mini.
It's never going to be, you know, G1 or nothing. So you just enjoy it for what it is, you know. And I'm hoping to see Unicron. I know it's probably not going to happen, but I'm still hoping.
Yeah, he's had Volkswagen Combi.
Yeah, if he is,
it.
that's going to be the most epic thing ever.
I
have a Volkswagen up on my Unicron shelf.
Yeah, we're still seeing this upside down arrow, A, triangle, whatever you want to call it, on a lot of these vehicles, the Decepticons. One thing come up this week, all of them have 023 at the base of that.
Yeah, I reckon they're a combiner.
So that's interesting. If you went back up to the top, Jason, we have a logo with Prime's head inside an inverted V, or in a V, I should say. It's not inverted, of course.
Where? What?
Oh no, it was a previous post that had the spoiler stuff on it. There.
You mean this? Right, I see.
Yeah, you got the V with Prime's head in it.
Yeah, but V is a Roman numeral for 5, so it's just Transformers 5 and Prime's head.
Also a good point.
Very well. Next. We're getting
Nothing
more
suspicious here.
we're getting more and more of these.
There he is.
There's Unicron.
It says yellow. It's Unicron.
Yep. Yellow Unicron.
Seriously, I would love it.
Did you guys see this week? There was a Chinese third-party company that showed off a Volkswagen van transformer.
I did see it, and it was.
And it actually looked awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. It looks like a masterpiece Volkswagen.
It was like a masterpiece style VW combi. He transformed sort of like Inferno, where like the front of the van just became the chest piece and everything sort of popped up and down around it. But it was still really well done.
Oh, nice. So, yeah. Dare I say, infinite power, itty bitty alt mode.
Alright, so apparently in that shot down there, it's saying that's a Decepticon, that one with all the junk on his trunk. So maybe it's not Wreck-Gar. Wreck-Gar's an Autobot, isn't he?
I don't even see that shot.
No, it's the aerial shot of the compound.
The aerial shot of the compound, it's saying Decepticon, like, leading right to that dude.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So I'm like...
It also says Nest vehicles, so who knows?
And that implies Nest's back, and that's speculation.
Well, it's not really. You know, Josh Duhamel's back, so like it seems. Yeah,
I know, but they wouldn't be in Nest anymore.
Oh God, why do you keep trying to bring logic into this? I don't understand.
Keep going down. What else? We got this hoist, so-called hoist.
That's it, actually.
Oh, we gotta go up then.
So the shot of hoist is this.
There we go. This is interesting. He's killed 3 Autobots and 2 humans.
It's not that interesting. We saw the same on what we presumed to be Hound last week.
It is
but
pretty cool.
we've seen Hound killing Decepticons in a movie already. What Autobots? There weren't Autobots. There was no Autobots left after Age of Extinction. They were all killed.
No one cares.
Where are these Cabbage Patch Autobots coming from that they keep on killing?
Maybe they killed them not on Earth, Brad.
We do appear to be stuck in the weeds. And so before we get movie shit.
Before we get out of the weeds, there was rumour too that there's going to be a couple of British.
Yes, indeed, and this could be where Anthony Hopkins comes in.
Yes,
Anthony Hopkins.
The creator's been named. Another character called Cogs has been named as well.
Very imaginative.
Yeah, and they're British Transformers for some reason, and there's a Vespa that squeaks or something as well. So,
excellent.
It's the early days, yeah.
It's no, it's not early days. You know, that's going to be the final movie, right? Yeah. we do have a little bit more. There is a little bit more info from on this guy.
Yeah, shit just got real.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Keep going down.
Yeah, there's a symbol with like 2 swords or whatever.
We got Pyrocons. No, not Pyrocons. What are they? Knights? No, not Knights of Cybertron. Jason,
we got them.
Go on.
Okay, there's that symbol. I don't care.
Go up to the text so I can read what it says.
You can load the text and read what it says instead of people who are viewing the podcast seeing a wall.
Yeah, what we got?
Interestingly, one of the stickers seems to be the logo of the Star Seekers, a band of space pirates from the aligned continuity. On the storyline, Thundertron's pirates battled Wreck-Gar and the Junkions. There you go.
And this by you is shit getting real.
Pirate Seekers.
And
Yeah.
there's those muffins again.
Exactly.
Look, I think the muffins are the better mystery out of these two.
I think that's their
personally.
trick of we're just taking a photo of these muffins, guys.
Well, also, does it not seem like that logo is crossed out?
I question.
Nah, it's big swords and then a little bit.
I think
But it's
that
not-
might be. I think that might be someone taking a little bit of artistic license.
Yeah, these are two completely different logos. Like I see a crown with.
Alright, shit has reversed its position of being real and is now back to being fictional.
My
Shit just got fictional, everyone.
point was it appears they're looking deeper into.
Ah, look at that though. If you scroll down, now he's got a bomb sticking out the back of him.
I can't believe there was someone. I don't know if it was on TFW or what.
This guy's
Someone-
getting better every week.
Someone said apparently this truck is going around the world collecting bits of junk after the battles that Transformers have had. Now,
Oh,
they
he's
apparently,
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
apparently they're seeing parts of Jetfire. Now, there's a big panel directly above and back from his cab. I'd say that's a part of an SR-71, but apart from anything else, that turbine isn't, that bomb isn't. I don't see any SR-71 on that. Apparently he's carrying several bits of Jetfire, which means he
That
was there to
black bit
clean
at
up.
the front there could be. I mean,
Yeah, which means he's cleaning up after major battles that have happened in previous movies, but I don't see
I think that's
Megatron
an
arm.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting possibility though.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty
he's-
OP if that's what he's doing, if he can then transform with all these bits, That's like a pretty sick ability.
I don't know how he's continent jumping though between movies without Nest or Cemetery Wind catching on. Like that's okay. It's an interesting disguise, but
I'm all for it.
All right, I think that's the end of the movie news because we really are stuck in the weeds.
we are grasping at some
Can
junky
I-
on
sorry,
stories.
no.
Well, I say we, but I'm not. You are.
One more thing, but it could make sense because he does have on both sides of his bonnet "Snap-on" written on there.
I see.
Tool
it, yeah.
company.
Yeah, well, it's just weird to have Snap-on written on there because it's it's right there. See, Snap-on, and then it's on the opposite side as well, and that could be a hint that he is collecting junk. Or maybe it is just the company getting there.
Maybe it's actually just instructions for the prop people of how to put it together.
Yeah, 'cause there's several other stickers on his bonnet and front that aren't being singled out. Like no one's tried even to zoom in.
No one's trying to stick any shit on the front
that
of it.
door. Well, that door sticker. I see Murray Goulburn, but the G's not there, so I don't know what. No
Murray
one's tried-
Goldman.
I see Murray Goldman, but there's no G.
It's like just Murray.
Google Murray Goulburn, you see what I mean? But even whatever's below that.
The next thing you know, there'll be a hydroelectricity scheme in the snowy mountains hidden on the back of this truck.
There better be. Let's get some crazy Aussies in this movie.
I can't wait, honestly. I'm all for it, but yeah.
I told you, Megatron. I've given you all I've got. Bad dingo, dinkum dinko. I can't get any more power out of her.
I think that one's meant
Yeah.
to be more Scottish.
I know. Trust me. Yeah. Okay. I was going off
So,
a pre-recorded script.
So enough chatter about the movie. No one knows shit. It's all speculation and hearsay.
Yep.
And so I think with the speculation and hearsay, that ends the presentation mode of the podcast video. We can switch back to speaking to people normally. How's that?
That's pretty good.
All right, we'll do that then. Hello, Brad. Look. See, everything's back now. I'm gonna eject this guy from the podcast.
Eject the warp core.
Okay, so we are nearing the end of the show. It is the section. It is that time where we talk about new acquisitions. Now, I think we talked a little bit at the start of the show about why you guys don't have anything new this week. Are you sure you've got nothing new? I think John, you said that you actually did end up with something.
I have something which is thanks to my friend Jared Morgan that we actually got when we were in Japan, and I regret that I never got one myself. It's this guy, which is a Takara version or a Decepticon version, which is a repaint of Scoop. Don't know what his
nice.
name is, but yeah, I was after him for ages. Regretted not buying him, and then my mates finally decided that he was downgrading his collection, so I jumped on that. I said, "You can't sell that to anyone but me."
From what line's that from?
Only from
The
their Legends, wouldn't it?
Japanese, the same line. I think it's the same line. Whatever that the Insecticon came out on, Shrapnel or whatever. They got this weird. They got that. Oh, if I can. That weird
Actually,
sticker on it, you know, that you can put on your phone.
Is he? Yeah, he's in the Adventure line. Is what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I found a news article about it, but all the images are broken. So thanks a bunch, Cybertron. Yeah, it's he's Roadblock.
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar actually. I just like the little target master.
He is a repaint of Scoop into G2 Roadblock colours.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, he's cool as. I love him. Little target master guy. But the Scoop actually comes with 2 target masters, where this guy only just comes with the 1. So.
Right. Yeah.
A little disappointing.
Ripped off. Yeah. So Brad, you don't have any new bits to show off this week?
Can I go 3rd week in a row?
I don't know. Sure, why not? I have a few things. I have a few things on their way. I've got an alternative Thundercracker, Shattered Glass Drift. Yeah. I've been taking it a little bit easy on the purchases after the Singapore trip, which is just a couple of weeks ago. So
mega hoard.
Your shelf definitely looks better though now because of it.
Yeah, I've moved a few things around on the shelf now as well. But yeah, I've got this nice solid line of the collection boxes going in the background. So I do.
It looks very nice.
I do actually have some new stuff this week. I've got these guys, the KFC Opticlones.
Yes, you did post about that this week.
Yeah, they are some really nice looking bots. Yeah, they are. I think they're a little bit larger than the Make Toys versions, and I've been able to get them to do some fairly nice poses.
Now you've got both, don't you? Now them and the Make Toys.
No, I didn't get the Make Toys ones.
Oh, I thought when you posted the picture, did you have them with? You posted a picture the other day with a whole bunch of.
I had, so these are the only Masterpiece scale ones that I had. I seem to have amassed a collection, and I figured out also when I took that picture, I forgot a set, which is the BotCon set. I had the BotCon reflector set.
Yep.
I forgot to put in there, but so I had them with the variables, which was a knockoff of the original G1s. My God, that knockoff is shit. I need to get some real G1 reflectors. It was terrible. Seriously, anytime a gust of wind blew past, they fell over. I had them with the. I've been led to believe that the little guys were perfect effect figures, but I'm not actually sure that that's true.
I think you could be right. I know there's KO versions of them because Andrew Spall's got them and they're horrible.
I think I might actually have a KO version of them because all the perfect effect ones don't seem to be in the G1 colors. And these ones are. So I'm not sure if they did a set in G1 or not, because like these are the sort of the red and the blue left and right parts of the camera. So yeah, I don't know. I think I may have a KO of those as well. But the other set that they were with was the TFC Photron.
Yeah. I was going to say, who done Photron? That's TFC.
I quite like Photron. Like. As an update to Reflector, I've always quite liked it, and I appreciate that it transforms into a more modern-looking camera.
I've had him on my eBay search list for ages, and even find list for ages. But just never hit the button. I've just seen the price growing and growing, and thinking, "Damn, I'm never going to get him."
I think they're actually coming down in price. I think you can get them for about 80 to 100.
Oh wow! Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So that's my acquisitions for the week is the KFC Opticlones, and they are quite nice as well. I'm quite happy with them.
Mm.
Now I think that's about it. It is starting to get a little bit late, and I do have to be up at the crack of dawn for Supernova in the morning. So I think it's about time we brought the podcast to a close. Now, thank you everyone for listening. You can find the Transformers Collectors Club Australia website at transformerscca.com, and you can find the podcast on iTunes. So head on over there, give us a review, or on your favourite podcatcher. And of course, the podcast does appear on YouTube in video form, where you get to see the raw feed of the podcast video, because we don't really edit that much.
When we record.
You get to see all our fuck ups basically if you watch it on YouTube.
And that cursing, I can't get rid of the cursing.
Us at our best.
No one cares. That is it. We'll be back next week with the post Supernova wrap up. We'll tell you all the things that went right and all the things that went wrong. Nothing goes wrong with Supernova.
More so than there's already gone wrong. But
yeah, exactly right. We'll be back next week. We'll tell you a little bit more about the wonderful world of Transformers in Australia. I don't know. We'll make that up as we go, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. It's good night and goodbye from us.
Farewell.
Bye.